The second part of Reading Workshop is where I launch the kids into the work of reading. And they engage in small group guided reading supported by me. They may also engage in small group book clubs supported by their peers. And during that time when I'm meeting with small groups, kids may also engage in supported independent reading. Supported independent reading is certainly independent while it's occurring, but it's always supported by me when I confer with kids to see what insights they've gained, what they're applying from the things that I modeled and demonstrated, and the things that I helped coach and support in that small group time. It's then that I'm able to help kids refine and do what has been called side-by-side teaching, and make sure that kids are finding the kind of not only understanding of a text that I'm looking for, but also the enjoyment and appreciation of the author's craft and the understanding of themes and ideas that are so engaging in text. And then that third part of Reading Workshop is often the part that we sometimes skip because we got so busy that we didn't leave time for gathering back together. That 5 minutes or so that we pull the kids back up close is a time when we can share different ways of knowing ourselves as readers. Sometimes I invite the kids to work in triads and to share something that they learned about themselves as a reader that day. Other times I ask them to think about a memorable piece of text that they read, some author's words that were moving or engaging to them and memorable to them. Other times we revisit a teaching point, and sometimes I do that by noticing during that workshop time, I notice something that a student has done, something smart as a reader that a student has done, and I feature that and focus on that, often letting a student share how they tackled in a challenging text or found a way of understanding that they've not ever noticed before. And so those three parts are so easy to use as a kind of planning tool. Part one, where I'm modeling and demonstrating. And by the way, it's been said that modeling and demonstrating is the #1 teaching strategy and the least used. So when we model and demonstrate for kids, we're actually showing them the inside story of reading. Part two, that's where kids are really living the life of a reader, working in small groups, responding as readers in notebooks and with each other, and reading independently books that they can and want to read, because choice is an essential part of the Reading Workshop. And finally, engaging kids in those brief discussions and brief sharing time where they are working together to live in a community of readers. And so the workshop is an amazing way in which we as teachers can find opportunities for formative assessment, for noticing what readers do through their responses, through their turning and talking, through the ideas that they share. And it is in that time that we engage kids in the kinds of meaningful and relevant tasks that grow them into the kind of self-determining and joyful readers we aim to grow each year.